those, I don't know. But not right now. We're videoing. Apparently.
Body bag, body bag, body bag.
You can't see my phone.
Body bag. Okay, so we are on the floor in the office library bathroom.
Computer / gaming room.
That's what it is.
is,
We're at the confluence of the office, library, and bathroom.
The work in
That's
progress.
So when we moved in here, see all this over here? This is a bathroom. The only problem is
It's not a bathroom.
all the bathroom stuff is in there. It's just not installed yet. So that's okay. We're handy peeps. So say hi there, Sicky McLeaky face.
Hi.
Hi. So we're putting books up, and I wanted to just show you guys, I guess, in another installment of the Prepper Library, the difference. I also told this one over here, my oldest daughter, I said, if you were a dinosaur, you've heard of long neckies, she'd be a long leggy. Her legs are like 5 foot long. So they're like 5 foot long. Don't argue with me. Blah 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 blah. Come on with the beep beeps. So a lot of times there's things that we think of like as preppers. We need to know how to do field surgery with a dull K-bar knife. Hold on, y'all.
No, don't let her stick.
Body bag. Okay, guys. All right, children.
This is our life.
This is our life.
All the time.
All children that way, please.
Don't let her stick stuff in her mouth.
Go, 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 go. Move, 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 move. Go. Move with a sense of purpose. Go. 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 Go.
What one book? The toothpick?
The 2 big books
Go.
Where are they?
on the table.
Freaking children. All right. A lot of times, as preppers, we think that we need books on how to do field surgery with dull knives. What we really need is an agile mind and to be educated and to have a broad set of experiences and skill sets. To that end, here's one book. This is a series of books that I really like. Hold that up. This is the Bedside Baccalaureate. Flip it open to the first few pages. Bedside Baccalaureate. Okay, and as you can see, I've read that a lot.
The old country one.
Kid, you're killing me. Go look.
With the preface?
Preface.
It's a preface.
Preface. So, what this book does is this is all broken down. Okay? These are short, college-level courses. General Grant's Civil War.
It's too bright.
Globalization. Okay. American history, General Grant's Civil War. Economics, globalization. Art history, the Hudson River School. Physical sciences, the astronomical universe. Classics, myth of ancient Greece and Rome. All right, that's the first syllabus. Second syllabus. Emerson and Transcendentalism. The history of Earth. Revolutionary France. The search for alternative energies. And schools of Buddhist thought. Now, as a believer in the Messiah, why do I need to know all this crap? Corn-fed white boy in Arklatexa, what does this have anything to do with me? It keeps your mind agile. And Musashi and the Five Rings. Once you know the way broadly, you can see the way in all things. How does this affect me? And you may find yourself in a situation where you're like, this has nothing to do with me, but I can still see what it actually has to do with me. So as far as maintaining an agile mind, books like this, the Bedside Baccalaureate, and there's several of these in print that have different syllabuses, are good to have. Not just, trauma, fields of fire, all of that. So we talked about these ones earlier. And in fact, we had somebody ask us to get deeper into these books, like as a step-by-step. And I think we're going to do that. But hold that one up. That's the Country Wisdom and Know-How book. Awesome book. And that's from Storybooks. A Practical Guide to Simple Living. And this one is actually, has got plastic on it.
It's Grandma's book cover.
Yeah, Grandma taped plastic over it because it gets
Contact paper.
contact paper. I'm sorry.
So it doesn't get ruined.
It gets used often enough that it needs to be protected. And this is another one from the same people. Survival Wisdom and Know-How.
This is...
A practical guide to surviving in the wilderness. Step 1, know me. Step 2, if you don't, buy that book. But, again, to illustrate, but there's a point I want to make here. Here's another one. My mom got this for me. Extreme survival, wilderness, terrorism, air, sea, and land. Okay. Practical advice, street skills, expert self-defense techniques shown step by step. So all this stuff's good, but you got to actually do it. There's a whole section here on food. Great pictures, great illustrations in this book. My lovely assistant.
Now class.
Turn the letters, Vanna. Yo, can I get an A?
But it is. I mean, talks about nutrition and calories.
How to
diet,
dress the animals that you acquire.
And how to dress and edible plants. Poisonous fungi.
Snails. We don't eat those. Prints for tracking animals. A good book.
Yeah.
Again, though, if you're this is not the kind of thing you stick in your bug out bag to take with you to reference while you're out on the trail. Although, I mean, I have a pocket reference to edible plants in my bug out bag just because it's not my strongest suit. It's not. So I want to make doubly sure before I eat something that it's not going to kill me, which is why I have that pocket reference guide in there. But it's not big. It's the size of a third of a sheet of paper. So, but
then we got this one.
Oh yeah, I was looking at that one earlier. This one is a good one. This guy, have you ever seen that dude, the man tracker, and he rides a horse and he tracks inmates on their television cable networks? Tom Brown's Field Guide, Nature and Survival for Children. There's some really cool stories in here.
Yeah.
And it's written, you can see this one has also been used and it has some wear on it.
Yeah.
As most of our books do. Tom Brown Jr. began to learn tracking and hunting at the age of 8 under the tutelage of an Apache elder called Grandfather. He has founded a renowned survival school and is the best-selling author of the classic The Tracker, The Search, and many other wilderness books. Observing and identifying animals and plants, lost-proofing children, stalking and tracking, finding water and food in nature, and safety and first aid.
Yeah.
Something, and I'm just...
But it's put in simple terms for...
That's what I was going to say. Is if you're new to this, this is different types of scat. Why does that matter? Know what's following you and what you're following. Right? It matters. So, but it's written in terminology that children can understand. So if you're new to this, starting at that level, don't be embarrassed. I've got it on my shelf.
Well, it's got workshop, how to, going out into the wilderness and put yourself in a position that you can find
do this stuff.
These scats. Yeah. And so it's a really, really good approach or guide to helping kids figure this stuff out.
So
yeah.
the illustration that I wanted to make was this, though. Now, if you're preparing for the end of the world by not reading those kinds of books and instead reading these kinds of books, Kill Shot, Vince Flynn, where Mitch Rapp, the CIA agent, goes out and kills everybody because they got it coming, because they blew up Pan Am flight whatever with his girlfriend on it, and now he's mad and everybody's gonna die with a single 9mm round from his Glock 26 to the forehead. Okay. These are great, if you have a long flight or it's a cold, rainy weekend and you're going to curl up under a blanket in front of the fire. These are entertainment. Here, give me that Baldacci book up. Any one of those Baldacci books. Doesn't matter.
0 Day.
0 Day. Best-selling author David Baldacci, 0 Day. I don't know what happens in this one, but something bad happens. And then something else happens. Jim Puller is a combat veteran and the best military investigator in the U.S. Army's Criminal Investigative Division. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. These are fun. And there may be like a couple of takeaways in each book, but
they're not your survival guide.
They're not training manuals,
right.
Okay? And that's the point that I really wanted to make sitting here was as we're unpacking these boxes, put the contrast between make-believe and real life.
There's a lot of people that read like the zombie apocalypse books.
Yeah, we have a lot of DD12ers here.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Shalom. Hi. Just know that that's not a training manual.
No.
It's...
No.
And there will absolutely be elements of truth in these books. There has to be to make them believable. They're not training manuals. The best thing that you can do, in my opinion, is read some of these practical, tactical, real-world books and then go do them. Because there's a lot of stuff that's in those books that works in one scenario but doesn't work in another scenario. It's why it's good to know how to make a fire 8 different ways.
Yeah.
Because
you never know what you're going to have.
The first 7 might not work.
Right.
We are so washed out from that window right there.
I know.
Here, if we go this way.
There we go.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hey, you're getting our dirty carpet.
Whatever. Who cares? The carpet's coming out anyway. Antique pine desk. Yeah, check that out. So, say hi to the peeps. So, you should have books in your prepper library just to understand what those books are for. Is this like real life useful knowledge or is this entertainment? And don't confuse the two. And then qualify the real life useful knowledge by going and trying it. Not the day the world ends. Before the day the world ends. And that's why somebody asked, hey, those big brown books you had, those books are awesome. Can you go through and show us some of the lessons in there? I think we're going to do that.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do that. So, and the children are back. So, shalom. Say bye.
Bye.
Oh, here comes the third one.
Say bye.
Bye.